Have you ever prayed and felt like nothing happened? Have you ever cried out to God and wondered if He was still even listening? Because maybe that's where you are right now. You pray, you read your Bible, you try to trust Him, but heaven feels quiet. You're starting to wonder if God has forgotten you. But what if His silence doesn't mean absence? God is still working in ways you simply can't see yet. Think about Joseph in the Old Testament. Think about Joseph. God gave him dreams and visions that seemed to promise something great. But instead, Joseph was betrayed, sold into slavery, and falsely accused and thrown into prison. And for years it looked like God had abandoned him. But He hadn't. God was preparing Joseph for something bigger than he could understand. And maybe that's what God is doing in your life. Because sometimes God's greatest work happens in seasons that feel the quietest. Think about David. Before becoming king, he spent years running. Think about Abraham. He waited decades for the promise God gave him. Think about Job. He suffered deeply and didn't understand why he had to. And even Jesus experienced what seemed like silence on the cross. So if God feels silent right now, you're not alone, because everybody's been through this. It doesn't mean that He's left you, even if that's how it feels. Sometimes He's just teaching us to trust Him. Sometimes He's preparing us for the next season. And sometimes He's honestly protecting us. Isaiah 55 says, "My thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways your ways, declares the Lord." In other words, God sees what we cannot. In one day, many of the things that confuse us now will make sense. But until then, we walk by faith, not by sight. So if you feel like heaven is quiet, keep praying, keep trusting Him. Because the same God who seemed silent to Joseph, the same God who seemed silent to David, and the same God who seemed silent to everybody else at times, has not abandoned you. And maybe, just maybe, He's closer than you might think.